from the beginning, I wasn't very good at being responsible. I can't even be responsible for my own behavior. How can I be responsible for a generation of bands?
Please welcome Metallica!
We are Metallica. We're riding into town to rape and pillage and leave town. That's how we felt. We're 17, 18. We got stuff to say. Listen to us, or else we'll play louder and faster.
We were pretty vocal about it too, and we were pretty proud about it. And we made sure that everybody understood that we were the anti-Motley Crue.
Every time we went into a nightclub and played, we would always win over fans, and those fans didn't just become fans. I mean, they became like, disciples.
The tour in the Winnebago, that's it. It can't get any better.
For me, that would have been great if we had accomplished just that.
4 guys sleeping in the same room, sometimes in the same bed, because we couldn't afford anything more. It was just all for one, one for all, kill them all.
That's when the ride began.
In the fall of 1981, Lars Ulrich placed an ad in a local newspaper seeking like-minded musicians. James Hetfield would answer that ad. Soon after, bassist Cliff Burton and guitarist Dave Mustaine would join the band. Mustaine would ultimately be replaced by Kirk Hammett.
We went up to upstate New York. We began recording Kill 'Em All. We finished our parts, and Cliff and I took the Greyhound bus all the way back to San Francisco. 3 days on a Greyhound bus. All we had was a bunch of booze. We were projecting about, our future. Like, wow, what's the second Metallica album gonna sound like? And wow, what's the third Metallica album gonna sound like?
Their second effort, Ride the Lightning, featured a depth even beyond their debut.
I think Ride the Lightning, we matured a little bit.
It needed dynamics. In order for it to be fast, it had to be next to something that wasn't fast.
Fade to Black, that was probably the most personal or inside one of them all.
It was the first song that the press and the mainstream kind of focused on.
Yeah, it's fun to go out seek and destroy, but after that you're kind of stuck with some empty feelings,
At that time, me and James spent a lot of time obsessing about death.
I have lost the will to live, simply nothing more to give.
I remember going to my girlfriend's house at the time, walking in, and her sister was blasting Fade to Black over and over. Wow, that means something to somebody.
Metallica's third album, Master of Puppets, took their sound to an even larger stage, landing them a high-profile arena tour spot supporting Ozzy Osbourne.
We had a meeting, our manager looked us all in the eyes and said, your album's gone gold, and you all have enough money that when you get back to San Francisco, you can all buy a house.
When it was time to take the band to the next level, Metallica alienated many of their core fans with the release of their very first video from 1988's anthemic One.
A fan came up and spit on me, and I was like, what the hell was that for? You made a video, you sold out. You said you'd never make a video. It's like, whoa.
When you release an album, then the first cut that's released to a radio station, you have to go do a video for that. And the question at the end of the day is why?
Weary of videos with more glam and hair than issues and intensity, it was after a treatment given to them by their manager that Metallica was finally sold on making a video for One.
We felt that what we could do with this video could be the antithesis to what everybody else was doing. We just felt we were involved, and we felt that we had something to say about what the videos were, and we were proud of them.
It really changed our lives.
See, that's us.
A lot more people on the street started recognizing us, but a lot of other people were kind of getting a little resentful that their favorite little band that they carry around in their back pocket got too big to fit in their back pocket.
Metallica savored their first taste of fame, but with the masses coming their way, would their core fan base desert them?
The Black Album. The stars aligned, it all happened.
If I looked you in the eye and told you that while we were making it, we felt it was just another record, I'd be lying. We knew it was special.
Summer of 1990 found legendary producer Bob Rock in the studio with Metallica.
The first thing that he told me was that he felt that we had never made a record that was up to our capabilities. And that was a bit of a battle cry, of course. Okay, fine, let's, bring it on then. We'd never really been challenged before.
We were just all highly suspicious of each other and of Bob Rock.
Cut to the chase and play, okay?
All right, man.
Now that you've, warmed up.
Why don't you try that song in a different key? Why don't you go yourself?
Egocentric is the way to sum up the recording of the Black Album.
I'm sick and tired of arguing.
It was just like the first thing you would do in the morning was put the battle armor on, prepare yourself for another 16 hours of just duking it out.
You want to hear it with vocals? Go sing it.
Lars and James weren't getting along at all.
One verse and one chorus. That's all I have.
There's nobody that can push James Hetfield like me. I can piss him off in 5 seconds flat.
My throat is really right now. Buddy, pal, I wouldn't ask you to do a drum roll if your arm fell off.
Two egos going at battle all the time.
The snare thing makes the kind of looking at it.
Yeah. Peace,
When the next session
shoot it down.
It's not as loud.
Idea.
We had to fight for full position. We had to show that we were one up on the other guy.
Everything that's been put down the last 4 days, you can erase it. I'm here.
Brothers, brother stuff. Just being in there and trying so hard to write the best lyrics. And then if someone would say, that's okay.
This is fun, James.
After 5 million sales, Metallica's self-titled album became a standard bearer of heavy metal.
At that time, I think the mainstream was more open to accepting Metallica. Whether we went towards them, they came towards us, we met somewhere.
The Black Album marked a departure point for Metallica. Gone were the 10-minute anthems, and in their place were more introspective and crafted songs.
Sad but true. Two people in one. I'm this guy on stage, and then when a fan comes up to me and says, how can you be so mellow? Are you supposed to jump around and scream at me? And then him be let down by that. It's like, man, how does that make me feel?
He started taking a lot of that frontman kind of thing with him off stage and using it to keep people at bay, to intimidate people.
I'm tired of being the clown. I'm not going to act for you. Hello, I'm human.
So close, no matter how far.
So close no matter how far. That's us on the road. That was a song that I wrote on a 4-track in hotel rooms around the world. The difficulties around being on the road and trying to have a relationship.
And nothing else matters.
In the summer of 1991, Metallica took their music to the masses.
We knew that we needed to tour our asses off. Do the interviews, do the TV appearances, do the videos, do the photo sessions, do the shows. Our attitude was, bring it on.
The tour would last 2 years, span 5 continents, and include over 300 shows. Metallica indulged in the temptations of the road, leaving a strained and weary brotherhood.
Our managers would say, sad but true, it's now a big hit in Japan, we have to go back. My mind is going, yeah, let's do it, and my body's going, no.
At the end of those 22 months, it made everything that was going on during the recording process look like a picnic.
Good morning, some bitches.
It was time to take a break.
In 10 short years, Metallica had gone from a gang of raucous teenagers to the biggest heavy metal band in the world. Could Metallica withstand the challenges of success?